don't value anything anymore. People don't care. But that goes back to education and what you teach them. You teach a kid, you come from an animal, guess what? Don't get surprised when you grow up and act like one. Now they getting younger and younger. Now I was just looking the other day when they talking about death penalty for kids. And you know what I'm saying? It's like every time you turn around, they're changing the law, they're changing everything. They change it to fit whatever the crime is, or fit whatever society says, public opinion. It's crazy to me. Then you got the thing, in Arizona, where they had a cross on the hill. I mean, these were people that had veterans who had died for this country and who had served this country, and they put a memorial cross up there. And now we've gotten to the point where now they're going to take the cross down. They have to cover the cross up and go through court. We're legalizing God. We're legalizing everything. Oh, the separation of church and state. Oh my God, boy, did we fall for the banana in the tailpipe on that one. Man, don't y'all realize when the founding fathers, when they said separation of church and state, the reason we got away from Great Britain was to be able to come over here and to worship freely and without the government controlling it. So really, separation of church and state is not what they've turned it into. Separate church and state was to mean that the people, regardless of what you want to worship, who you want to worship, you can worship how you want to worship with no government involvement. But now, guess what? They control the church. Jesus said, "Give to Caesar what's his." He said, "You just be salt and light." He said, "You be salt." He said, "You be salt and light." You make a difference. You try to make a difference everywhere you can. It starts at home in the church. Oh my goodness! Now we've taken God out. We've taken him out of the courts. I mean, I remember they had a trial in Alabama where this guy had the 10 Commandments, and they made him take the 10 Commandments down. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And now we just fall for anything. Now we don't care no more. We've taken God out of everything. And guess what? He said a nation that forgives God can't continue to exist. And that's what's getting ready to happen to America. You can't take God out of everything. Grace. You can't take God out of everything. Grace is the reason why we've been able to live the way we have and enjoy the freedom that we have. But once grace is taken away, guess what? So is everything else being taken away. And that's what they're getting ready to do. So man, y'all better wake up and realize and see what's going on. Because let me tell you something, God is not pleased. He is not pleased. Oh, I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I actually sit there and it was supposed to be funny, where this guy walked into someone's bathroom and they had like a supposed picture of Jesus. And then the guy came out of the bathroom and the picture was dripping wet. And he had, I guess, urinated on the picture. It's not funny. Ain't nothing funny about that at all. But yeah, some people will just take it too far. They'll go, they feel like they can do anything. And guess what? Ooh, be careful what you ask for. Careful what you ask for. Man, I was just sitting today and I was looking at the news, and they had Roland Martin on CNN, and they was discussing Obama bowing down to the Japanese president. I'm sorry, but I read where the Bible says that you should bow down to no man. I've seen these cats, I've seen all these leaders bow down to the Pope. I've seen these cats bow down to all these other, you don't bow down to no man. This man walked in, put his pants on one leg at a time just like anybody else. And if you got to bow down to that man and you in this country, then guess what? Maybe you don't need to go to his country, because I don't want nobody bowing down to me, and I'm not bowing down to nobody else. The only person I bow down to is the one who gave his soul, gave his life for me, and that's Jesus Christ. Niggas, I'm so tired of watching all these people just tiptoe around and just make excuses for everything that this person does. Everything this man does, they make excuses for it. How talking about it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Well, it should be, because if you bow down to him, who else is he bowing down to? I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. And they talking about how, you can't please everybody. That's true, you can't please everybody. But guess what? This is supposed to be a nation of God. A nation of God. America, we were blessed of God. There is no nation in the earth like America. But pretty soon, not even America is going to be America. America, because we finna turn around and give ourselves to the whole world. Yeah, you know they ain't no Christian nation. It's almost why I don't even like calling myself a Christian no more. I don't even consider myself a Christian. I consider myself a disciple. God didn't say, he didn't say make Christians. He said make disciples. He said, I'm going to teach you how to fish for the souls of men. That's what we should be doing. We should be trying to make the rest of the world like us, instead of taking our filth and exploiting it around the world to the point where they hate us so much now because we feel like our shit don't stink. But guess what? America, you're going to get what you got coming to you. And I promise you, it is not going to be a pretty picture. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the homosexual, the gay, and lesbian, whatever name you want to use to call them. Let me tell you something. I don't have no problem with nobody. You got a right to choose to be what you want to do and be what you want to be and whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. There's laws in this country against homosexuality, and it used to be a time where that's where the closet came, or the term in the closet came from, because people didn't want people to know because they had shame. But now in this country, we don't have shame no more. We ain't even ashamed of nothing, man. We got to the point where now they're adopting kids. You got to the point now where they're getting married. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. But 2 men and 2 women should not be together. I'm sorry, but he created Adam and Eve. He didn't create Adam and Steve. He created man and woman. And that is what it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be all of this civil unions and all of this stuff, gays in the military. Every time you turn around, it's something. That was part of Satan's blueprint. Oh yeah, back to that, man. The book I read was called Satan's Bluprint for World Domination. He talked about how the first thing you do is you destroy everything about God is family, based on family. Man, woman, children. Man is the head, woman is the helpmate. So the first plan was to take the man out of home through war, through whatever means. You take the man out of the home, and then you have women stepping up. And I understand, I applaud you women for having to step up and be the backbone, because I guess we couldn't have did without it. I wouldn't be here without it. I came from a single parent home. And you know what? God had his hand on me, and I thank him for that. But I mean, you take the man out the home, and then you destroy, then everything falls. And now look at what we got. We got to the point now where women acting like men acting like women. Everything is out of order, and when you don't have order, all you have is chaos. And now we figured out a way to just make that organized chaos.